Hello everyone, and welcome to Indoraptor Productions, where today, you know what we're doing? We're reviewing Neca's Godzilla from 2014. This is the reissued version. Um, yeah, this is the reissued version of this figure because they released it, obviously, back in 2014, whenever the movie came out. But this is the reissued version. It came with the new box, which I'll get into in a second. But yeah, so like, if you know, I've already reviewed the 12-inch haul, uh, Godzilla, also by Neca. You can see it's the exact same sculpt. Just this one was blown up to be 12 inches, and it also has the roar. Yeah. So yeah, but other than that, it's pretty much the same figure. Now I don't know because I don't own the original release of this figure. I just found the uh, uh, reissued version at Target. And I also saw the '84 reissued reissue. Um, but I'm not very interested in that figure. I don't think the sculpt is very good, even on the reissued version. Spines look way better than the original release, but yeah. So here's the box. Um, I mean, I've seen the box because they, really they only use that box. They started doing original boxes though with like I think they started with 62 or something, which I really wish I owned that figure. Um, but yeah, but you can see, lovely box. This might actually be my favorite NECA box, just because I love Godzilla 2014. It's my second favorite Godzilla movie, second only to Shin Godzilla. Um, Honestly, the only reason why I would ever get the NECA Shins would be for the reissued boxes because those boxes also look very nice, but the figures just. Ugh. Um, but yeah, you can see, of course, Godzilla, and then a lovely promo image. This is probably a poster, I'm sure. And on the side, you have Godzilla, and again, and then the MonsterVerse, which I love seeing that because, again, because this is obviously after the fact and after the MonsterVerse has been established. Because with 2014, I don't think that the MonsterVerse was a thing. The MonsterVerse wasn't like a thing until Kong. Um, because I think that Godzilla 2014 was supposed to be the beginning of a trilogy with Gareth Edwards. It was just going to be a Godzilla trilogy um, with Gareth Edwards, but then Legendary got the rights to do a Kong movie, and then they were like, let's make it a cinematic universe. But yeah, but it's awesome seeing like something from with the 2014 look with the MonsterVerse logo. I think that's really cool. But yeah, you can see on the other side again, lovely promo image of that beautiful Godzilla render, Godzilla, and then NECA down there. And then at the top, you got of course Godzilla, ages 14 and up. That's me. Technically, I am now old enough to own these figures. So yeah, I'm not even old enough to own the SH Monster Arts figures. Um, but yeah, you get a warning sign up there, MonsterVerse again. Still very cool to see. Um, on the back, here we got MonsterVerse, Godzilla, then a couple promo images of the figure, and then, Legendary and Toho. Then a little blurb about the movie, the spectacular adventure. This spectacular adventure pits Godzilla, the world's most famous monster, against malevolent creatures that, bolstered by humanity's scientific arrogance, threaten our very existence. Of course, the Mutos. And then on the bottom, in case you want to find this at your local Target or Walmart. I'm sure these are probably at too. I don't know if they still are. I mean, I don't think they should be because NECA's discontinued all of their Godzilla stuff by now. But yeah, you can get a little barcode down there if you want that. So yeah, if you want to find this guy. And then on the inside, of course, you got again another promo image of the figure. And then the inside, where of course you would see the figure. And actually, in the back, if you can kind of see the Halo jump. You know what? I'll go ahead and take it out. It's kind of hard to open it. Yeah, there we go. Wasn't that hard? But yeah, you can see they Neca actually. There's a box over there. You can see on the inside, it is the Halo jump. You can see that, which is awesome, and it looks fantastic. You can see San Francisco on fire there. It looks awesome, and yeah, you can see the Halo jump going on, which is awesome. This is probably an image from the movie, I would think. I don't know, I can't tell. But yeah, very cool that they included that little detail in the packaging. But yeah, let's finally get into the figure. It's been 6 minutes. I shouldn't spend that much time on the package. So yeah, here you have the figure. So yeah, again, I don't know if there are any differences between the original release and this re-release. I would think that there probably is, because this looks really good. Honestly, like I think the detail is probably nicer than the 12-inch one, oddly enough. But yeah, I mean, like the articulation on the 12-inch one is much better. But yeah, so you can see all the lovely detail, and there it's kind of hard to see all the nice detail, but they're like all the teeth are like actually individually painted. Um, as well, which looks like it almost looks like he has more teeth than the 12-inch one, but yeah. But the eyes look way better on this one than the big one. Like the big one, yeah, you can't really tell. The big one has like snake eyes, like I'll show you. It has like slit pupils. You can kind of see, yeah, like it's got snake eyes, but the small one actually has like movie accurate eyes. Like I think that they tried to make it slit eyes like the big one, but it looks more like circular pupils, which is what he should have, because um, what he has in the movie. But yeah, they're a nice color. Again, kind of hard to see, but yeah, the teeth are all individually painted. They look very nice. The inside of the mouth is all painted a sort of dull pink, and you can see the tongue in there as well. Yeah, but you can see all of the fantastic detail on there. Yeah, very very nice, and it's also matte as well. Like it's a lot more matte than the 12-inch one, which is very like plasticky, shiny. Um, but yeah, this figure looks very matte. You can see like the underside as well. You kind of got it's kind of hard to see with the lighting, but yeah, they actually painted the underbelly very realistically. It looks just like the movie, in fact, which is really cool. It's not like the big one where it's sort of got like this greenish color. Yeah, you can even kind of see it there. It's kind of got like this greenish um, shade to it, and yeah, just like muddy brown kind of for the underbelly. Um, but this figure is actually like it's I think it's got a little bit of that greenish in there, but it's not as noticeable. It looks more like it's black sort of like a charcoal gray, which is what it should be. But yeah, you can see like the fins are very nice. They're very matte, and they're obviously they're the exact shape as the movie. Now this is just mine, but the fin here on the neck, the something must have gone wrong in the factory because they punched a hole, and you can kind of see it there. Yeah, they sort of punched a hole, so this bed is kind of just hanging on there by a thread, which kind of sucks. But like, you know, from afar, it doesn't look that bad. So yeah, that kind of sucks. But what are you gonna do? You can see his elephant feet here, painted black as well. What's going on with the camera? His fingernails are also painted. It's hard to see or hard to tell, but they are painted, which is nice. Um, but yeah, you can see they're painted in like a glossy black. Um, yeah, never been a fan of the 2014. That's one of my biggest um, complaints about this design. Pretty much everything else I like. I mean, I prefer the 2019 spines because they're the 54 spines. Um, but you know, I think that this is also a really nice design. Really, the only thing I don't like is the feet. Like the whip tail, I think is really cool as well. Um, yeah, I think that I honestly prefer the whip tail over the classic tail. I mean, I still like the classic tail, but yeah. But I think that overall I prefer the 2019 design, and I guess the GVK design because they're the exact same design. But yeah, but you can see all of his spines on there again, and then you can see all the detail on his tail. See the underside. Um, yeah, detailing is very nice, very nice on this figure, and you can even see like the gills as well as gills. It's really cool. But yeah. Articulation. I kind of went for paint already. So yeah, articulation. Of course, you can open the mouth and close it. Still looks kind of weird whenever you close the mouth. Um, but yeah, the head can go down about that far, and then look up about that far, so not very far, and then it can kind of tilt to the sides a little bit. You can see there, and then kind of spin a little bit. You can see it there. Kind of spin a little bit. Then the neck is a lot more maneuverable than the 2019 Neca. It can go all the way around, and then it's on a ball joint. It's very stiff. Go about that far forward, and then about that far back, and then a little bit to the side. But yeah. And then the arms are on ball joints. So they can go up about that far and then in pretty far as well, but kind of look weird because the shoulders are kind of like jutting out, so that doesn't look very good. But yeah, but like so yeah, so you can get it like to go forward, you can see, and then back as well. Yeah, and then of course there is the full 360 swivel. And then you have the elbows, which are on single jointed elbows, so they can go out and in. And then, of course, full 360 swivel. And then the hands are on ball joints, unlike the 2019 figures. So, like, I mean, they're not very maneuverable, but yeah, that's about as far up as they can go. And then they can go down pretty far. See there. And then they can go back kind of far, I guess, and then forward. So yeah, and then of course full 360 swivel. So yeah, you can get them in quite a few good poses with his arms. Then the waist, I suppose it's his waist, yeah. His waist can go about that far forward, and then about that far back, so you can line up the spines, and then he can go all the way around. So yeah, Exorcist, Godzilla. And then yeah, you can also go to the side a little bit. So yeah, it's on a ball joint. But yeah, then the legs can go inward about that far, and then outward about that far. So not too good on the splits, but and then full 360 swivel with the legs. Then the knees can't go backwards pretty far. This is about as far back as they go. Kind of sucks, but yeah, but they can go forward quite far. So yeah, you can break your Godzilla's knees, and then do a full 360 swivel. So yeah, we got his feet, which are on ball joints, so they can go down and up and side to side, and of course they can swivel all the way around. Then the tail. So this has the old tail still. Would have been cool if they did update that. This is one thing that I actually prefer on the big one because it has the individually jointed tail, so you can move it in all these different poses because it's got like 10 ball joints on it. But yeah, so you can get in some nice poses with this one. With this figure, it's only got 1, 2, 3, 4 ball joints on it, which can't really get a whole lot of movement out of it. But yeah, you can kind of go a little bit down, a little bit up, and then side to side, a little bit. Yeah. Really, so this rest of the tail, beyond those couple of ball joints, is solid rubber. Well, not solid, but it's all rubber. And there is a bendy wire in the tail, so that you can, so if you bend it, it can kind of hold its pose. So yeah, and it looks more fluid, I guess, with the bendy wire, but with that, it also has its problems. I haven't personally been affected by this at all, because I suppose I haven't been collecting Godzilla for that long. But yeah, but there's always the problem of the bendy wire could break within it, and it could also like poke out through the rubber, and just yeah, a whole lot of problems with it. I mean, it looks more fluid, but you can't even get as much motion out of it because it being rubber, and you don't want to break it or tear it at all because then that would completely ruin it. So yeah, it's very limited range, but you can kind of get it to twist and turn, and it holds its pose, which is nice. But yeah, but it doesn't even go like all the way up to the tip of the tail. It stops like, I would say, like about here. So yeah, it doesn't even go that far up in the tail, which kind of sucks. This was the reason why I didn't really like the way the Amber collection was going, because the raptors and just the dinosaurs in general, all their tails are the same exact thing. They're rubber, but then they've got a bendy wire in there, which again sounds better on paper, but it's just gives a whole slew of problems. Um, so yeah, but like the Amber Collection was going to do the individually jointed tail, which I was really happy about, but then they changed it um, before the final release, so it's the bendy wire, which is fine, but you know, I would have preferred if it was uh, individually jointed. So yeah, articulation is pretty good. I think it's the exact same as the 2019 figure. The only difference is that it's got an individually jointed tail rather than the bendy wire tail. But yeah. Um, so comparisons, I don't really have that many here. Um, Here it is next to the 1964 Godzilla, also by Neca. Review for this is coming next week. But yeah, you can see that the 64 is quite a bit bigger, which of course isn't accurate because obviously 2014 is way bigger. Um, I don't even know how big it's like. Probably still like 50 meters. Um, and 2014, Godzilla in 2014 was like 350 feet tall, um, or somewhere around there. So, yeah, obviously not to scale. And then I've already kind of compared these two, but yeah, there you go. There it is. There is your 6-inch 2014 next to your 12-inch 2014, both by NECA. I honestly don't know which I think that I prefer the 12-inch one. I think that the detail is better on the 6-inch one. But, I mean, the tail is way nicer. And also, of course, you get the roar, which is really cool. But, yeah. Probably should have reviewed this guy with, like, King Kong, or the 2019 Godzilla, since I've been talking about it so much. But, they're on their displays. I'm not going to get those out. I'm too lazy. Yeah. So yeah, that's gonna do it for NECA's 6-inch 2014 Godzilla. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, post notifications, all that other stuff. Leave a comment, let me know what you thought about it. Do you plan on picking this guy up? Do you already own it? I'm sure a lot of people probably already own it. But yeah, uh, yeah, very good. There's my final words on it. So yeah. Bye.